Jay Martinez with Fight Hub TV here with John Ryder in New York City. John, good to see you. How's retirement going?
It's good, yeah. It's nice to be here in a different capacity to being a fighter. Here now as a trainer for Ramla Ali, and yeah, I mean they're putting on a great show here. Great spectacle Friday night, and yeah, great for women's boxing.
How's the transition being, as a fighter now being a trainer? What are the differences overall? There's some differences in there,
I'm home even less now. I'm in the gym longer days.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, before I just worried about my own training and I'd shoot home, but now I've got to worry about everyone else's training and looking after them.
So it's actually more work than you expected.
More work than I anticipated, yeah.
So obviously, we saw you. We're in Guadalajara for the fight that you had versus Canelo. It was a great fight overall. You won a lot of fans of that in that fight and moving forward. But I wanted to ask you, a fighter now, a trainer, we have this Canelo Crawford coming up, right?
Yep.
This fight's taking place in September. You faced Canelo. If you could give some pointers to Crawford, what should he do to come out victorious in September?
I think you just got to watch the Bivol blueprint, the in and out. I mean, a lot of fighters getting stick now for being runners, Tom and Jerry and whatnot. But stick to what you're good at. Terence Crawford is an exceptional talent. He's won titles through the weights, undisputed at 3 weights now. And listen, if anyone can do it, it's him. I think the weight will be too much of an issue. Canelo is a special talent. And I think the weight will play a factor in the fight. But listen, Canelo once done it and made the step up to super middleweight. I would like Crawford to be more at light middle and middle to build into it, but you take these opportunities when they come, and that's what greatness is, chasing it.
Yeah, and I've heard that before. Some people said if you see him at 154, he fought a Madrimov, and you saw how much he got touched. Obviously, it's two different fighters. But why do you think he should have probably taken another fight, maybe at 160 or maybe another one at 168?
He needs to build into it a bit. I think the fight with Madrimov was his first fight at
154.
At 154, and listen, he's still developing and growing into that weight. You could have done him with a couple more there, then moved up to 160, but it's all being done as a bit of a rush. So he's not going to be fully. He's not going to have time to put the muscle on to build into the weight, and he's obviously going to do it with the intention of getting back down to 154 and taking on other challenges. So it's not a long-term goal for him to stay there, but like I say, Terence Crawford is an exceptional talent. I remember watching him beat a good friend of mine, Ricky Burns, and it's like since that day I was just, my ears pricked up and I took notice, and every time Terence Crawford boxed, I watched.
That's one of the things that I've mentioned, the weight. I just feel like that, I'm not going to take anything away from Crawford. He's an exceptional fighter, Hall of Famer, one of the greats, in my opinion. He's up there. But I just feel like the weight, going up 3 weight classes, he was a 140, 147, now 154, and jumping all the way from 154 to 168. I personally feel like that could be a little bit that's the biggest factor to me. Other people say that it's not. We have other fighters. I forgot the fighter who mentioned in an interview, he's like, no, fighter, the weight's not going to make a big difference. Come find out, he should be good. He has to use his timing, he has to use his speed. I kind of feel like that will play the factor. Do you feel like it might slow him down, after the 4th, 5th, 6th round? I
just think it depends how he does it. I mean, is he going to come in at 168, or will he come in a bit lighter, maybe like a 163, 164, where he feels sharp and strong? I mean, ideally he wants to come in where he feels best at. I'm sure he doesn't spar at 154 or never sparred at 147, so I'm sure he probably does his best work at around the 160 mark, but it's just being that bit heavier, and then the rehydration is just, will it play a factor on how he feels in the ring come fight night?
And going back to what you're saying about the Tom and Jerry fights, and then we saw Canelo's recent performance against Skull. He got criticized as well. Skull got criticized with his performance, but a lot of people keep on mentioning that Canelo is more out the door than in there. I don't think many people are saying that he's not in his prime anymore, not the Canelo that we used to seeing. What do you expect from him coming, after seeing his performances recently, his last 2? What do we expect from Canelo come September?
When I say Tom and Jerry, I mean like Shakur, he's getting a lot of stick for being a runner, but he's a boxing purist.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable what he does. He's exceptional, and listen, he's not doing it to run, he's doing it to win.
Yeah.
Skull on the Tom and Jerry case just come to survive, to check. And that's the difference. I mean, I'm all for the Tom and Jerry label, but someone like Shakur is potentially going to go down as one of our generation best fighters. It's unfair to give him the criticism of being a runner because he's exceptional at what he does. Floyd Mayweather done it for years, went to 49, 50 and 0, and still one of the greatest fighters that we've seen. But someone else does it and they get called a runner, which is, I think, it's unfair.
For sure, yeah, and that's a criticism. People that would understand boxing and study boxing obviously know that Shakur's not really running; he's just using his ring generalship overall. But going back to the question, Canelo's performances lately and going to September, what kind of performance are you expecting from him? What should he do to get a Crawford, who's obviously going to be a little bit smaller? I kind of picture the fight, not comparing it, but Manny Pacquiao versus Margarito. Margarito was a bigger guy, well, size, but. Pacquiao, if I'm not mistaken, when they weighed in, Pacquiao didn't weigh in exactly at the weight of 154. But going back to what you said, that Crawford, he might not even weigh 168. He might be way before that, but below that. But what is the performance that we're expecting from Canelo, or you're expecting?
I think you've got to see Canelo sitting tight on Crawford, not giving him space, block him side to side, and just very much work up close. Don't give Crawford the space to move. Don't give him the leverage to throw his long shots. And listen, Crawford can be dangerous with the leverage and the movement and the switching stances. But I think Canelo's going to sit tight on him, sit on his chest. Good head movement, good slipping, good rolling, good catch counters, and break him down.
What is your prediction? Are you, I kind of feel like could possibly a knockout, or it can go all 12. That's obviously the biggest things that people are saying. But what is your prediction?
I think it will be a points win.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a points. I think Canelo will win it, but not by the biggest of margins. But then if Crawford come and turn the event on his head and won on points, I wouldn't be surprised. Because he is that kind of talent that could do it. He is a great fighter, and he's not dancing to another's tune. He's going to rip up the script and do what he wants to do. But I'm excited to watch this as a fan and just enjoy the night.
It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. We're all going to tune in to have all those questions being answered, right?
That's it. And do you know what? We're fortunate enough to see the money, the influence that Turkey Al-Sheikh has brought into this game now, and to make these best fights possible. So we're going through a good time in boxing, so we've got to be grateful.
John, thank you so much for speaking with Fight Hub TV. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.